Welcome to the Leadership Career Accelerator. I'm Barry Moline, and for nearly 30 years, I've been a CEO, working with leaders and teams who are trying to figure out how to get to the next level. On this channel, we talk about the strategies that actually move the needle, the kind of insight you won't find in a textbook, but you will find in the room where real decisions get made. Today, we're talking about public speaking, specifically how to command a room. Every time you open your mouth in front of an audience, whether it's a team meeting or a boardroom presentation, you're either building authority or eroding it. There's no in between. I spent 29 years as a CEO presenting to boards, clients, and audiences around the world. And the number one thing I learned is this: the ability to speak with confidence and clarity is one of the highest value skills a leader can develop. It closes deals. It attracts talent. It gets people to believe in your vision. If you're not developing your speaking skills, you're leaving a lot of influence on the table. Here's the truth about public speaking that nobody will tell you. Fear isn't the problem. Every speaker I've ever met, including myself, still feels nervous before they step up. The difference is they don't let it stop them. They use it. They channel that energy into presence and conviction. The real problem is lack of practice, lack of getting reps. Most people are afraid of public speaking because they haven't built the muscle. They avoid it, which makes the fear worse, which makes them avoid speaking even more. And as a leader, that's a serious gap because your business grows or shrinks based on your ability to communicate your vision to other people. So you have to get out there and get reps. Here are 3 strategies to transform how you show up every time you speak. Strategy number 1 is owning the silence. Most people are terrified of pauses. A single second of quiet feels like failure, so they fill every gap with filler words. And it quietly destroys their credibility. The most authoritative speakers do the opposite. They pause deliberately. They let the message land. Silence tells the room, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm in control here. It will feel uncomfortable at first, but here's what silence does. It gives people a moment to absorb what you just said. That's not weakness, that's control. Strategy 2 is speaking to one person at a time. The biggest mistake leaders make in front of a large audience is trying to talk to everyone at once. It disconnects you from the room. Instead, find one face. Speak directly to that person as if you're having a conversation over coffee. Finish your thought, then move to another face and do the same thing. This strategy keeps you grounded, and it makes people in the room feel like you're talking directly to them. Strategy 3 is leading with a story, not a slide. I learned this the hard way. The hard way. Early in my career, I gave a big presentation to a room full of senior executives. I had spent weeks preparing. I had data, charts, projections, a deck fully loaded with everything I thought would impress them. I walked up, clicked to the first slide, and started talking. Within 2 minutes, I could see it. Eyes were glazing over. People were checking their phones. I was losing the room, and I knew it. After the meeting, a mentor pulled me aside and said, Barry, you gave them information. You never gave them a reason to care. That hit me. From that point on, I changed the way I opened every presentation, and it changed everything. Facts tell, but stories sell. If you want to command a room, don't open with a slide full of data points. Open with a story that makes people feel something that makes them curious, that makes them lean in. The moment you say, let me tell you about Mrs. McGillicuddy, one of our customers who couldn't figure out how to use our product, you have the room. Data and logic come after. Emotion opens the door. So how do you put this into practice? Find one opportunity to speak this week. A team meeting, a sales call, a networking event. The size of the audience doesn't matter. Focus on 3 things. 1 deliberate pause, 1 moment where you lock eyes and speak directly to one person, and 1 story that connects to your main point. That's it. Do those 3 things consistently, and within 90 days, you'll be a different communicator because people follow leaders who speak with conviction, and they invest in leaders who speak with clarity. The bottom line is that speaking well isn't a talent you're born with. It's a skill you build. Own the silence. Speak to one person. Lead with a story. Start there. If this video gave you something to think about, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, send it their way. Sometimes the best thing we can do for someone is to hand them the right idea at the right time. I'm Barry Moline, and I'll see you in the next video.